A mystery about these different digital nomad visas. So this video is not going to give you every single thing you need to know. I am not a lawyer. I don't work for the immigration department. All I can do is tell you what I experienced, and mine is a little, it might make you not want to even do it afterwards. So basically have had this idea of becoming location independent for quite a while, and I already do a lot of freelancing type stuff, and so because of the things that I do for work during the day remotely, and because I was able to meet the minimum requirement of $700 per month in order to qualify, along with other things which are clearly listed on their site and on other blogs and stuff, I was able to apply. But even though you can do it by yourself, I hired a lawyer to do it. So this is where it gets a little weird. I ended up going to Santa Marta because that is one of the places where this lawyer has an office. He also has an office in Medellin. But I ended up going to Santa Marta because it was on the coast, which is only a few hours, in a city that's only a few hours away from my partner in Cartagena. So I don't know what was going on here. I thought it was a protest at first, but it wasn't. I actually forgot what they said, what it was called. Maybe somebody can put it in the comments. But yeah, this was the site that I saw when I finally arrived in Santa Marta after being on a bus for about 5 hours with very, very little air conditioning. In case you're wondering, when I take the bus for like 2 hours, it's 30,000 pesos or like 6 USD. But because I was coming from Santa Marta, it was a lot further, and so it was double that. It was 60,000 pesos, which is about $12 USD. I had literally not eaten all day long, and so when I got to the bus terminal, I did not run and grab a taxi right away. I went inside, I ordered some food, went to the bathroom, got myself together, got some more cash. I went to Santa Marta and I met with one of my lawyer's assistants, and we went to the notary first. And the reason why we went to the notary is because it takes about 10 days to get what's called a cédula extranjera, which is basically like a foreign ID card or a foreign license to occupy space in their country. I won't say driver's license because that's a separate thing, but if you want to call it that, that's fine, but it's a legal identification for that country. And so what I ended up doing was getting a power of attorney with the legal assistant so that they could pick up that cédula because I knew I wouldn't be able to stay for 10 days. My problem was the lawyer applied for the visa in Medellin, so he was in the country of Colombia, which means that when you do that, once you're approved, you must visit the immigration office, which is called Migración, within 15 days, or else you can get fined. They can penalize you. Well, I guess he wasn't thinking about that because he's thinking, okay, well, Daree is in the U.S., so she's got whatever time you want. And I asked him repeatedly, hey, can I come in July? I got approved in June. I applied in May, got approved in June. And I said, well, can I come in July? I got some stuff to do in June. Can I come in July? He said, no problem. You can come to any immigration office. We will set up the appointment for you, whatever. So they made an appointment for me. But when I got there, the woman I was working with let me know by phone, since I'm not fluent in Spanish, that my 15 days applied from the minute I was approved. And so she's not going to fine me or penalize me because my lawyer advised me incorrectly. But, you know, if I had gotten a different person, they certainly could have fined me. And I don't know what that amount was. But this allows me, because he applied in the country, I was approved for a year, so I can stay for a year. And if you're in the U.S. right now and you don't have a visa, you can go to Colombia and stay there for 3 months, reapply, stay another 3 months during a calendar year for a total of 6 months in a calendar year. But I wanted to be there longer because I have a partner there. So that's what I did. If I had applied myself anywhere outside of Colombia, that 15-day time period would not have begun until I entered the country. If you've seen my old vlogs, then you already know when I come to Colombia, I'm gonna hit Juan Valdez almost every day. So this was my breakfast after the whole debacle at immigration. I was very fortunate to be able to walk back to my hotel, which is just a couple of blocks away, maybe like a 6 or 7 minute walk away from Juan Valdez.
Vamos a bailar.
Later on in the afternoon, I walked somewhere for lunch called Serena, really beautiful restaurant that was recommended by one of my tutor's other students. And it was really good food. Everybody was very friendly, and I would recommend it as a place to go if you are by yourself or you're with a friend or even on a date. I usually take Ubers everywhere when I'm abroad, but Santa Marta doesn't have Ubers. They had InDriver, which is a similar app where you put in the amount you're willing to pay, and then the first driver that's interested will hit you up. So it's the reverse of, Uber and Lyft and Bolt and all those other apps where you're putting the price up front and they're not telling you the price. So went by beaches and this marina with all these boats. It was just a beautiful day. Really, really, really hot. I was told that, Santa Marta is cooler, but I guess July 2023 had record-breaking heat everywhere, so yeah, I was melting. Normally in the beginning of my vlogs, I show you around the room that I'm staying in, but when it came to this Airbnb in Santa Marta at this hotel, it was like no bueno, okay? I have stayed at hostels before that were better than this. It was nasty. I had to change a room. I only stayed for 2 nights and I had to change a room the second night. It's really crazy. So I'm not even gonna mention the name of it. Let's just say that I was really happy to check out. Airbnb is just really getting on my nerves overall. So if you have any other ideas for ways to, book travel abroad that doesn't require booking.com or airbnb.com, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. I most certainly watch YouTube videos from other vloggers before I visit a location. So I checked out a few about Santa Marta, and there was a couple that had mentioned going to Oficina on Carrera 3, so shouts out to y'all. Can't remember who it was, sorry, but shouts out to y'all because this was the street. It was popping that evening. I was gonna go during the day, but I'm glad I went in the evening. And this was also within walking distance. This was all within the historical district. The neighborhood is called Centro. for recommendations about where to go or what to do in Santa Marta, they all talked about places that were not in Santa Marta. So like Binca or Tayrona Park, different places that were further out. So I don't think I missed much by leaving after 2 days. I could not wait to get to Cartagena. Got to my hotel, condo, apartment, whatever you want to call it. I brought all my stuff up, which wasn't a lot, but still heavy, up 4 flights of stairs because there was no elevator. So that's something that I have to, I guess, ask about. Silly me for assuming that there were elevators because every time I've come here before, there's been an elevator. So, hey, but anyway, I hadn't eaten all day and it was about 3 o'clock. No, it was like 4 o'clock when I got there. So I walked around the corner, didn't even take 3 minutes to walk around the corner to another hotel that had a restaurant at the top. It's called Hotel Cabrero Mar, and it was very cute in there. The, scenes that you're seeing here are, me sitting at the table from that restaurant on top on the 8th floor. Really, really nice, beautiful. And now I can sit back and relax and give y'all a little tour. Gotta say that it wasn't as enjoyable this time because there was only one air conditioner and it was in the bedroom, which means that every place else in the condo was pretty much unbearable. Yeah, there's fans and stuff, but it felt like 150 degrees. I mean, there was no way that a hot fan blowing hot air was gonna help anything. And you could literally be naked walking around and you would feel no relief because in the evening it was still hot. If it rained, it was still hot. If it was windy, it was still hot. It's just hot, hot, hot. Day 2, I ended up going to the Hilton Cartagena, which is in El Ejido. There's only one. And I didn't stay there because it's too expensive, but I have eaten there before and I've had a massage there before. So really, really good when you know services that treat you right. Go on ahead, go back. I ended up getting a deep tissue massage this time instead of a full-blown joint. And it was 30 minutes, 200,000 pesos. That turns out to be about $31 USD, something like that. And I know that I'm still not worked out. I needed 60 minutes, which would have been like another 100,000 pesos, but it was still good. It was better than nothing. Then I ended up going upstairs, and it was a Sunday, so they had a brunch, which was like completely different from like during the week when I had gone on a weekday. And so I ended up just ordering something off the menu, which kind of looks like it's dinner, but it was so freaking good. Oh my gosh, everything I've ever eaten there is amazing. Next up, hitting up another service that I've had before for hair braiding. If you want to see a crazy debacle about hair braiding, check out my previous Colombian vlog, part 2 in Barranquilla. That was a hot ass mess. I went back to the people that know what they're doing in Cartagena. The place is called Deca. It's in this very small, rundown Centro Comercial, like a very small mall plaza thing across from the markets. And I ended up getting my hair braided for, it was like 92,000 pesos, roughly $25. That included the extra hair, the accessories, them washing my hair, because of course when I walked in I was disgusting. And very good. 2 hours, I think I was in that chair, and I was out. And the last time I was there I had very long braids done, and it only took 3 hours. So yeah, this is the place to go if you want to get your hair did in Cartagena. After that, I walked down the street about 5 minutes and went into the nicely air-conditioned Caribe Plaza. And I just got myself a little snack, just got some nuggets, because the sandwich that I actually wanted, they had like no other chicken. Like I asked about every single chicken sandwich, and really they could have just stopped me and said, look, we don't have like no tango pollo. They could have just said they don't have no chicken. So I ended up getting these nuggets, and it came with a little packet of syrup, but it didn't go right. Last time I came to Cartagena, I had some fried chicken at Frisbee with syrup, and that was hitting, but this, and some more food stuff because really these are the most interesting things that I did that y'all would want to see is more food stuff. I saw a recommendation in some Facebook group about Colibri Cafe, and so I decided to go there. I was the only one when I walked in, but there were plenty of people when I walked out. Good food, very friendly staff. The last time that I was in town, I also went to this sushi place inspired by the Karate Kid called Senor Miyagi, for Mr. Miyagi, and got myself another roll. I think it's a Taino roll. And for another repeat Tacos Way, this was like not even a 5-minute walk from my condo, which is cool because it was like pouring down rain when I left. Even this poor little doggy here, probably homeless, came and sat by me for a little while. Didn't beg me for food or anything, just calmly sat down and then went over by the stand like he was a guard dog or something. So other people were also offering him food, and I don't really think he wanted any. I think he just didn't want to be alone, which is kind of why I was going to all these places. I just didn't want to sit in my bedroom in the condo because, again, everything else was unbearable. It was so freaking hot that the only place that felt good in my condo was in the bedroom with the AC on. So to avoid feeling like I was in solitary confinement, I just went around different places and ate. I know, short and sweet fun trip. I'll be going to Medellin the next time I go to Colombia, so you're sure to get a vlog from me there.